Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Do you know 3 major reasons why people frequently experience self-doubt and imposter syndrome? Have you ever felt like a fraud at work or in social situations? This unsettling feeling is more common than you may think, and it has a name: imposter syndrome. It's that nagging sense of being an imposter, of feeling like you don't belong, or that you're not as competent as others perceive you to be. It's a psychological pattern that lurks in the shadows of our minds, whispering doubts and undermining our self-confidence. Imposter syndrome doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone, from the high-flying executive to the diligent student, from the accomplished artist to the dedicated parent. It's not about your level of success or status, it's about how you perceive yourself. And the worst part, it often goes unaddressed, silently sowing seeds of self-doubt and holding us back from reaching our full potential. But it's time to bring this shadowy figure into the light. In the next few minutes, we will unmask the 3 main culprits fueling this imposter feeling. The harsh inner critic. Firstly, let's meet the harsh inner critic. This seemingly unshakable voice is often our own worst enemy. It's the nagging thought that whispers, "You're not good enough, you don't deserve this success," even when evidence suggests otherwise. Picture a top-notch professional who's excelled in their field, earned accolades and respect, yet they're plagued with the feeling that they've tricked everyone, that they're a fraud. This voice is not a reflection of reality. Rather, it's a product of our own insecurities and fears. It's a beast that feeds on self-doubt, ready to pounce at the first sign of vulnerability. It magnifies our mistakes while downplaying our accomplishments, creating a distorted self-image. But here's the key thing to remember. This voice is not you. It's merely a part of your mind that's been conditioned to think negatively. Remember, your inner critic is not your reality. It's merely a voice that needs to be tamed. The fear of failure. Secondly, the fear of failure is a significant player. It's a sinister shadow that looms large in our minds, whispering tales of humiliation and defeat. It's the nervous student in the back of the class, hand clenched around the answer to a question, but too terrified to raise it. Why? Because the dread of being wrong, the thought of embarrassment, is too potent. This fear, however, is often misplaced. It's born from a misconception that failure is a black mark, a blemish on your record. But in reality, failure is a teacher, a guide. It's the compass that points us to the areas we need to improve, the stepping stones towards our ultimate success. So remember, every time you stumble, every time you fall, you're not proving your inadequacy. You're learning, growing, and inching ever closer to your goals. Embrace failure as a stepping stone to success, not a sign of your inadequacy. False social comparisons. Lastly, let's talk about the trap of false social comparisons. We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with the best moments of everyone else's lives. Social media platforms are filled with triumphant success stories, exotic vacations, and seemingly perfect relationships. It's all too easy to start comparing our own lives to these highlight reels. But remember, what you're seeing is not the full picture. It's merely a curated version of someone else's life. When we compare our behind the scenes to other people's highlight reels, it's no wonder we start feeling like imposters. These comparisons are not only unfair, they're also unrealistic. Everyone has their own struggles and challenges that they don't broadcast. Everyone moves at their own pace, and that's perfectly okay. So next time you catch yourself falling into this trap, remember, you're comparing your raw, unedited life to someone else's highlight reel. You're not in a race with anyone. Your journey is unique, and so are you. Overcoming the imposter syndrome. Now that we've unmasked these culprits, let's discuss how to overcome them. The first culprit, the harsh inner critic, is best tamed by practicing self-compassion. Speak to yourself as you would a dear friend. Replace critical inner dialogue with kind and supportive words. The second culprit, fear of failure, can be managed by reframing failure as a learning experience. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Embrace the lessons and move forward. Lastly, false social comparisons. It's important to remember that comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel is a recipe for discontent. Focus on your personal growth and achievements, rather than comparing yourself to others. And always remember, it's okay to seek help. Whether from a trusted friend, a mentor, or a professional, there's no shame in reaching out. Everyone experiences self-doubt and imposter syndrome at times. Remember, you are not a fraud, you are capable, you are deserving, and you are enough. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe to the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.